Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to be going over the Run Max weighted vest off of Amazon. I am wearing the one that goes up to 60 pounds. You can get it up to 120 pounds. I don't know if that's a great idea. I'm going to explain to you why here in a second, but the 60 one, not too bad. I'm going to give you my thoughts after quite a bit of use. Do me a favor though, if you find this video to be helpful, please hit like on it, maybe even to subscribe. I do these types of videos and other health and fitness videos several times a week, and I'm gonna put a link in the description down below to Amazon to this specific vest. So if you're intrigued and interested, you can go and check it out yourself and see what you think. All right, so let's talk about first what this vest comes with. So as you can see, I'm actually gonna scoot up here closer to the camera so you can get a good look at it. So the vest itself come in the box. There was no instructions, just the vest itself. It comes with, this one came with 10 of the weights. These are what the weights look like. I guess it's some sort of sand or compacted something in there. It's not loose sand by any means. So this particular one came with 10 of these. They are 6 pounds each. And because it didn't come with any instructions, I guess they just assumed that everybody will know how to put a vest on. It actually took me a little bit of time to figure out how to appropriately Velcro it around myself to make it fit. Not a big deal, but I think that they could have at least put something in the box to help you figure out exactly how to wear it. Now, if you look here on the top, this is a shoulder pad. The shoulder pads do cost a little bit extra. They are probably worth the cost. I'll explain why in just a second. There's not a lot of padding, but they do make a difference on your shoulders. So now let's talk about a few things. First off, how comfortable is this thing to wear? Well, when I put this on and I just stand in place, and I put all 60 pounds, it's heavy, but it's still comfortable. You know, it is putting pressure on my shoulders. Now, if I go out to run with 60 on it, it's not great. It's actually the up and down motion as I'm bobbing and weaving and running creates a lot of pressure on my shoulders. Now, if I decrease the actual weight, it gets a bit more comfortable. If I go down to 40, it's much more doable to run and of course to walk. Now, this is where the shoulder pads do come in. See, I'm pulling them forward because they do have a tendency to move. They're just Velcroed around the shoulder straps there. Now, this is an important part. Take a look here. You can see the edge material here. It's sewn in that way where it's just a different type of material. It goes around the neck. Now, the first time I wore this out, I had 2 shirts on, and the motion of this just jostling as I was running ended up rubbing into the skin on my shoulders, even with 2 shirts on. Now, I tried to fix that by tightening this a little bit more, like really making it tight so it didn't jostle when I run. It fixed the jostling, but then this became so tight, I couldn't breathe. My chest couldn't expand. I couldn't take a deep breath. So there is a delicate balance you have to sort of learn on how tight do you make this so you can still breathe versus how tight do you need to make it so this doesn't move around on you too much. Now, again, going back to the shoulder pads, it does cost a little bit extra for the shoulder pads. They do help me. I wear them every single time that I wear this, but I also found that just adding a hoodie into the outfit and giving my shoulders a little bit more padding made a huge difference, actually a bigger difference than just the shoulder pads did themselves. Whenever I am running, again, comfort level, you gotta remember, it's a lot of weight you're putting into your vest, and so your shoulders are gonna feel the pressure of, you know, if there's 60 pounds on this, 30 pounds here, 30 pounds here. If you've never done weighted vest before, you might be shocked at how much pain or discomfort that can cause you. It's something you should probably start with a lower weight and work yourself up. But the vest, as I'm standing here wearing it, and once I learned the best sort of settings for myself going out and running, so that it didn't rub into my shoulders anymore, so that it wasn't too tight and I could breathe, it's actually quite comfortable. Something else to keep in mind, I thought about this as well, is, you know, you can see here, the way that my chest is sort of set, this just hangs off the front of my chest. The back also hangs straight down almost. If you are a person with more booby meat, right? Like if you're a woman or a man with more booby meat than me, and this, you know, you're gonna stick out maybe here, this might sit a little more flat on your booby meat, okay? Instead of hanging down loose. That might cause a little bit of pressure, some you know, you're gonna compact that area down maybe a little bit. Just something to remember. For me, I haven't really had that issue because these are hanging straight down. but if you've got a little bit more up here in the top region, and maybe this area sticks out a little bit more, this might rest on top of those instead of just hanging flat. I'm not sure exactly how to word that. Word it in a way so that it's not inappropriate, but just something to maybe consider. Okay, now the main reason I got this was because I wanted to see if it increased the quality of my workouts or if it helped me burn more calories while I was wearing it. And so what I did is I went out and I did a series of tests. I would do an exercise with it, and then I would do an exercise without it. Same exercise, same time frame, same pathways if I was running the exact same areas. And what I found is that predominantly wearing this with the 40 pound did get me from about a 10% up to about a 12% increase in the amount of calories that I burned while I was wearing this. The problem that I was having was keeping the same pace. So if I wear this versus if I don't wear it, I can run and walk a lot faster without it than I can with it. It's even up to like the 40 pounds, 20 pounds, yes, 40 pounds, it becomes a bit difficult. And so I was having trouble keeping the same pace without it. So what I started to track then was, well, what about if I wear this and I go and do a run, let's say 15 minutes, and then if I take it off and do that same run for 15 minutes. And what I found is that although I wasn't burning as much calories on the first one, wearing it, when I took it off and ran, I was actually burning more calories than on that second run than most other times whenever I would do that same run. Like, some reason this is creating conditioning, the extra weight. When you take it off, all of a sudden you can run faster than you would normally run because your body's used to carrying now an extra 20, 40, 60 pounds, whatever it is. So I have actually found less value in the calories burned, the extra calories burned. Yes, I do see a slight benefit to this, to wearing this and calories burned. But what I've actually found is that this is actually feeling more about, like it's more about conditioning. I can wear this and then take it off, and I feel like all of a sudden, not only do I get a second wind, but my body's lighter, I can run faster, and I actually enjoy that part of my workout more than I did before, because I was wearing this and then I take this off and then I'm ready to rock and roll. So what do I think about this particular vest? I don't want to buy things that are a gimmick. I don't want to buy things that I'm only going to use a couple of times and never use again. I've got enough of that stuff. I want to get stuff that I am actually going to use. I am definitely going to continue to use this, and I'm definitely going to continue to work with different types of weights, 20 pounds, 60 pounds, 40 pounds, and just some different variations of that. Once you find your comfort level with the vest again, it makes a huge difference. Don't be surprised if for that first week or so that your shoulders hurt after you do it because you're trying to figure out positioning of the pads, positioning, tightness of the actual vest itself. It's going to happen, just a heads up. I also recommend starting with the lowest possible weight and working your way up from there. I've also shifted my purpose for having this, which I originally thought was gonna help me burn more calories. I've kind of forgotten about the calorie thing. Wasn't enough for me to track anymore, but now for me, this becomes about conditioning. I might burn less calories if I wear it because my pace is slightly slower, but whenever I take it off, like I'm running faster than I'm normally running, like any other time. I am doing better jumping jacks than I am doing any other time, like just because I had this and I'm conditioned to wearing it, and now I've taken it off and I'm going fast. Well, fast for me, but it definitely makes it different. The only other thing I would mention here is the construction of the vest feels good. I like wearing things that compress my body. I like wearing compression pants, undershirts. I like when things are tight. This is tight. So if you don't like that, just kind of a heads up. Also, Amazon puts pictures of people wearing a sleeveless shirt and this on top of it. They're just gonna rub their shoulders raw. That's just completely for promotion. If you're planning on wearing this with a tank top or no shirt at all, you're gonna regret buying this because it's gonna rub the skin right off the tops of your shoulders. You're gonna need at least one shirt, maybe two. Just wear light stuff like dry fit and that'll make a big difference. And I do recommend getting the shoulder pads, especially if you are gonna get some of the heavier weighted vests. You're gonna need the shoulder pads to protect your shoulders. This is one of the top rated weighted vests on Amazon. I'm gonna put a link in the description down below. Go check it out, see what you think. And if you don't like the way this looks, check some of the other ones out there as well. Maybe you'll find something that you like. I am excited. Well, I'm not gonna say excited because it's an uncomfortable type of workout, but a good uncomfortable. I am glad to have this and added it into my overall repertoire. And I think you're gonna enjoy it too, especially if you're into the idea of creating better conditioning so you can just do better workouts, put out better effort, better overall output. So that's all I've got for you. Links in the description down below to this vest. Subscribe and like if this was helpful. Thanks y'all so much for watching. Peace out. We'll see you on the next video.